Love lives here.
Absolutely. So here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, we are working with a theme this year of Live Your Best Life. And we are moving into our fall series theme of thriving. We started off the year by laying the foundation, then we talked about living into your vision, and then we talked about living above the line, and now we're moving into thriving. Because what is thriving? Thriving is harvesting that bounty of joy, harvesting the fruits of our labors that we have been experiencing all summer long, right, or all year long. And so now we're talking about thriving, and what does thriving look like in our community and in our individual lives? Thriving isn't just about finances, though that's a really good thing to thrive with. Would you agree? Yes. So it's not just about thriving financially, but it's also about thriving in our health, thriving in our relationships, thriving in our spiritual practice, thriving in all areas of our lives where we are living from that place of joy, living from that place of expectancy, living from that place of yummy deliciousness. Does that sound like a good definition to work with for thriving? Yummy deliciousness? All right. Apple pie, pumpkin pie, no, all right. Apple cider donut ice cream. Ooh, that starts today at Baskin-Robbins, by the way. That's the flavor of the month. Just saying, we might have to have a little outing later. Yeah. Apple cider donuts. And then it's apple cider donut ice cream. Why not? Sounds good to me. I'll let you know. All right. Anyway, I digress. But that sounds like thriving to me. So today what we're looking at is we are looking at trying less and relaxing more. Does this sound like a good idea to thrive? Would you like to thrive without having to try so hard to thrive? Would you like to just sit back, relax, and chill into thriving? Yeah? Do you think it's possible? Yes? Really? I'm not so sure. It was a yes when I first asked it. Now it's like, I don't want to commit too much yet. Hold on. Let's see what you have to say, Jeff. Okay. All right. So I hear you. I hear you. All right. So let's look at this trying. You know, here in North America, we live in a culture of trying hard. We have been so enculturated and indoctrinated into this idea that we have to try hard for everything, that we have to try hard at work, we have to try hard to be a good parent, we have to try hard to be a good member of society, we have to try hard. We have to struggle to make ends meet. We have to struggle to have what we want in life. We have to try hard, we have to struggle. We have to make a lot of effort. It takes a lot of effort. This efforting, this struggling, this trying, it's part of our culture. We've been told that this is kind of the way it has to be. You have to try hard. You have to work hard. You have to dig in deep, right? In order to make a change. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of effort in order to be better, in order to be healthier, in order to be more fulfilled. Does it sound familiar? And then what happens is if you don't try hard enough, how does society reinforce this? Oh, you're lazy. You're just not good enough. You're just not good for anything. You lazy, good for nothing, so-and-so, fill in your own blank, right? That we are then, it's all reinforced. So what do? We start beating ourselves up about, okay, well, I don't want to be lazy, so I need to effort more. I need to try harder. And society's telling me that if I'm not getting ahead, then it's my fault because I'm not trying enough, I'm not working hard enough, I'm not committed to the struggle. But what we've come to is that we're all kind of committed to this struggle as a society. We're committed to making it harder than it needs to be committed to struggling, committed to trying, committed to efforting. And I love what the master teacher, Yoda, says, that there is no try. There's do or do not. There is no try, right? There's do or do not. There is no try. So if we can begin looking at this trying and trying to, if we can begin looking at this trying and then see how insidious this little word is, it's just everywhere, right? We try and we feel kind of cruddy for trying, maybe, because we're not achieving what we want to achieve, because trying is not really in our nature. We don't really like to try because it's not really in our nature. It's not really in the nature of harmony or harmony of nature, is it? Does the flower here's one. Does the orange tree try to produce oranges? Oh, come on, let me just poof, oh, whew, got one out. All right. The orange tree is not trying to make oranges. The orange tree just produces orange blossoms that then produce oranges, right? It's just naturally flowing. It's in the flow of its nature. It's in harmony with its nature. Is the sun trying to break through the clouds right now? Is the sun sitting there a couple billion miles away going, oh, I don't know, it's cloudy in Riverside right now, and I really need to shine the light in Riverside right now, so I am going to do my darndest, work as hard as I possibly can to break through that cloud layer in Riverside. No. The sun is just out there shining away, and we have clouds overhead. But, we live in Southern California, right? And so what do we know when it's cloudy outside and you're at the beach and it's cloudy outside? It's much easier to get burnt when it's cloudy outside than it is when it's sunny, right? The rays are still coming through. The light is still coming through. It's just filtered right now by the clouds. But the sun isn't worried about the clouds in Riverside or Southern California. The sun is just sunning, just shining, just doing what it does. It's not trying to do anything. But yet, linguistically, we say that, right? We say it in our language. Oh, the sun's trying to peek out. What? No, it's not. The sun's sunning. It's not trying to peek out, right? Think of how we use that word all the time, that we so integrate it into our language that it's like, oh, the sun is struggling, man. Oh, man. The orange tree is trying to blossom, but it's having trouble. The orange tree will blossom when it blossoms. It's not trying, and it's not having difficulty. It's just doing its thing, right? So the same is for us. We have this, but we have created this sense of trying, that we have to try, we have to effort, we have to struggle, we have to make it happen. When really, what we're wanting to do is be in the flow. Is to be in the flow. That's really what inherently we are being called to do. Just be in the flow. And how many of us try our spiritual practice? We try, even spiritually we try, don't we? Okay, I'm going to try and meditate this morning. I'm going to try and pray this morning. I'm going to try and think positive thoughts today. I'm going to try to have a good day. Right? And so we sit there and we're setting ourselves up because what is the energy behind trying? Not having, right? It's coming from a sense of lack. It's coming from a sense of missing something. So, we're lacking something. So I have to try and make it something. I have to try and do something because I'm coming from a sense of lack. And how does the universe work, my beloveds? Does it respond to the words or does it respond to the feelings? It responds to the feelings. So if our feeling is a lack consciousness, I've got to try, I've got to struggle. If our feeling is this kind of feeling of efforting and struggling, what are we going to get? Efforting and struggling, Like when we want something, what do we get? More wanting. Right? So if we are trying, we're gonna get more trying, and it's gonna be more trying. Trying your last nerve, your last ounce of patience, trying your resolve, trying your resiliency, right? So if we're sitting and we're trying to meditate and we're already going in with this thing of, I can't do it right, it's not perfect, I can't quiet my mind, so I'm going to try and quiet my mind, but the minute I try to quiet my mind, guess what happens? My mind races, right? The minute I try, it's like, okay, I'm not going to think that thought. Don't think about a giraffe right now. Ah, there you are. You're thinking about a giraffe, aren't you? Because I told you not to think about a giraffe. Now you're thinking about a giraffe. Think about a purple giraffe. Now you're thinking about a purple giraffe, right? So when we're trying not to, we're actually continuing to reinforce. Following me so far? Yes? So what if we tried less? What if we tried less? What if we simply relaxed? Because we often also try to relax. Relax. I'm going to relax now. I'm going to relax. I'm going to relax. Notice what's happening. Just like when you wake up in the middle of the night at 2 a.m., it's like, I need to go back to sleep. I need to go back to sleep. I need to go back to sleep. What happens? Right? You wake right up, and you might as well get up and go do something because you've woken yourself up. Right? Same thing with relax. I try to relax, try to relax, try to relax. It's having the opposite effect because the energy behind it is the trying, is the lack, is the want. So, how about, in order to relax more, we relax more? Weird concept, right? You want me to relax more by what? Relaxing more. Just relax. Surrender into the mystery and let Spirit carry you, right? Like the song. So if we relax, and sometimes it's hard to relax. Sometimes it's harder to not try than it is to try. So, relax. Start with a breath. Notice how that breath alone shifts things. Start by feeling your feet on the floor, just making contact with the floor and being present with that. See, when we relax, when we begin to relax, the reason we relax is because we like the feeling we get when we relax. We like the feeling of relaxation. And when we relax, then what we're doing is we are entering into the present now moment. And in the present now moment, in a state of relaxation, there is no worry, there is no anxiety, there is no trying, there is no efforting, there is no struggling. We're just simply being present to this moment, to this now moment. And when we're fully present into this now moment, then what happens is the world of possibility, the world of potentiality opens to us. And not only does it open to us, but then we become receptive to it. We sit in a state of relaxation, or we play in a state of relaxation. We play music or take a walk, doing whatever activity it is that brings us into a place of tranquility, that brings us into a state of relaxation. And in that state of relaxation, possibilities begin to open. Abundance resides in a state of relaxation, a state of being present. Being happily present is one definition of relaxation. Happily present. So I invite you to think about what it is that you like to do to relax. Now, I'm not talking about bad habits, harmful practices, numbing out, anything like that. I'm talking about what do you like to do that brings you a sense of relaxation. Perhaps it's yoga. Perhaps it's taking a walk, right? We're not talking about substance abuse. We're not talking about, okay, well, I feel more relaxed when I sit down with a bag of Cheetos and watch Desperate Housewives or Housewives of the OC or whatever, like they're real. Anyway, right? That's not relaxing, right? That's numbing out because I'm trying to squash the pain of something. What I'm talking about is relaxing. You see the difference? Okay. So does everybody have something that they do for relaxing? Let's hear them. Gardening. Walking, dancing. Baking. Ooh. Meditating. Dancing. What's this? Jacuzzi. Hello. Spa. Getting a massage. Right? What about you there at home? What do you do? We'll let you catch up. Bubble bath. Right on. All these things are relaxing. So, what if you begin to make time in your day or time in your week to actually do these things or do these things more often? Say if sitting quietly with a cup of coffee before your day starts is a way that you relax into your day, then how about sitting, at dinner and then sitting again in the evening, not necessarily with coffee because you don't want to keep yourself awake. I guess you could do decaf if you wanted to, right? But just sitting quietly in those moments so that you're adding more moments to your day where there's relaxation. Because when you're adding more moments in your day when there's relaxation, then you're creating a greater space for receptivity. I see meditation. There's a lot of people meditating at home. Love that. Deep breathing. All right. So by doing more relaxing, by relaxing more, we're creating a greater space for a greater abundance, because the abundance of life, the joy of life, the bliss of life is found where? In the present. And we can be in the present in a relaxed state. That's how we're in the present, is to be in a relaxed state. If we're in an anxious state, we're not really in the present because we're thinking about something in the future. If we're in a depressed state, we're not really being in the present, we're thinking about something in the past. Right? So being fully in the present is where the abundance lies. It's where the creativity lies. It's where the imagination lies. It's where the juiciness is. It's where that yummy deliciousness is. That thriving is here in the present. Close your eyes for a moment. I invite you to close your eyes for just a moment. We'll do more, but I invite you to close your eyes for a moment and just be fully present here and now. Notice that there's nothing missing in your life. In this moment, you're being maintained and sustained. This moment is absolutely perfect. This moment is ripe with possibility and potentiality. In this moment, you lack absolutely nothing. Your breathing is perfect. Your body is perfect just as it is. Your mind, your psyche, your spirit, all perfect. Just right here and right now. And so let's breathe in a little bit here. See if we can allow ourselves to relax even more. Just noticing your breath, Not asking you to change it, just simply noticing. Noticing your body, how it's sitting, how you're being supported by that upon which you sit. You're not making anything happen. Noticing any sound around you and just letting it be. No need to change it. Notice any feeling, any physical sensations you may be experiencing. Just being present with it. Notice any thoughts that may be coming through, and just let them come through. There's no need to attach yourself to them. We often get caught in those attachments. We have a negative thought, and then all of a sudden our feelings start amplifying that negative thought. So just unplug from that. A thought is just a thought. It's not good, it's not bad, not positive or negative. And just let the thoughts float through. Relaxing deeper now, following your breath. The sense of deep relaxation, there is a connection between the relaxed state and your imagination. And when we are deeply relaxed, our imagination works with us. So continuing to breathe. Our imagination puts us in touch with the world of states, the world of possibilities when we think of them. And yet, when we become more and more relaxed, these possibilities become real when we think from them and we dwell in them. So breathing deep. Relaxing more. We become what we imagine. What we feel to be reality, what we feel to be real, becomes real because the universe responds to feeling. And in this deep, relaxed state, we're feeling good. We're feeling positive. We're feeling blissful. We're feeling present. And so in this state of relaxation, I invite you to allow thriving to come forward in your consciousness. And begin to imagine from this state of relaxation, begin to imagine this afternoon. Begin to imagine thriving this afternoon. Engage your five senses. What does thriving look like for you this afternoon? What are you doing? Where are you? What are your surroundings? How are you feeling? What are you hearing? Engage the sense of hearing. What are you hearing as you're thriving? Are there any scents or fragrances? Allow a scent or a fragrance. Allow it to be real as you're thriving this afternoon. Perhaps there's even a taste associated with this feeling of thriving this afternoon. Is there a physical touch? Is there a physical feeling? And what is your emotional state? Really feel the feeling. Feel the totality of this thriving this afternoon. Allow yourself to imagine it and make it as real as possible in the state of relaxation, of joy, of bliss, of presence. And now I invite you to take another deep breath in. And I'm going to count back from 5 to 1. When I get to 1, you'll be back in the room, fully alert, fully refreshed, fully thriving, feeling wonderful and magnificent, awake, alert, alive. So 5, 4, 3. Maybe wiggle your hands and toes. Make a little movement, stretch, yawn, whatever you need to do. 2, 1, and back. Here and now, fully present in the room. How does it feel to thrive? Whoa, dude. Feels good, doesn't it? Feels so much better than efforting, doesn't it? So this afternoon, I invite you to allow yourself to thrive. Allow the intention, allow this feeling of thriving that you just experienced to manifest itself for you and through you. Do not go out and make it happen. So your task, because there's always action, we're not doing magical thinking here, okay? We're not doing magical thinking. So there is action required. But that action that's required now comes from and through what it is that you have imagined. It comes from and through what has been revealed through you and to you in this moment of deep relaxation. So if what came through is eating popcorn and the smell of freshly buttered popcorn and the saltiness and sitting in a dark room, well, if you decide to go somewhere where there isn't popcorn and it's not dark and it's whatever, that's fine, but be open to it. But you're also not aligning yourself with it, right? So be open to the possibility. Okie dokie? Oh, you're so blissed out. I just love it. All right, so I invite our practitioners and our core council members to please stand and surround the sanctuary. Oh, folks at home are feeling radiant stretches. meditation. Wonderful. So this week, you're going to try less and relax more. Think if you have a week that was just like this last 10 minutes or so. Isn't that joyful and yummy deliciousness? I love that that's now my official definition of thriving is yummy deliciousness. All right, so let's come together in consciousness, shall we? So breathing in right here, right now, surrendering into the now presence, the infinite, eternal, the one power, the one presence, the one that is all, through all, as all. Just being fully present here and now and feeling the presence alive, moving, having its way, living, moving, breathing, and having its being in, through, and as me, in, through, and as all life, all creation, everyone gathered here this day. Just being one with this presence in full union and community and conscious union with and as this one. I speak my word for this community, knowing that we don't need to try harder. We release those old ideas of having to try, of having to force, of having to battle, of having to war, the war against this, the war against that. We release that now, knowing that it does not serve, knowing that it is actually counterintuitive, knowing that that is just continuing to create more stress, continuing to create more struggle. So we let the struggle go. We let the trying, we let the efforting go, and we step fully into the presence of the now moment, fully into that glorious sense of relaxation, of being fully present with ourselves, with spirit, as spirit. Being fully present in the here and now where we know that we know that we know that we are maintained and sustained. That all that is needed, all that is necessary is already given. So we seek not items, we seek not ways of changing, we seek not ways and how-tos and musts and shoulds. Rather, we seek the kingdom, the unity, the kingdom, the unity with as spirit. And in seeking the kingdom first, all things are added. Because in this moment of now, in this presence, nothing is missing, nothing is lacking. All is already provided. We live in a state of abundance, of joy, of bliss, of harmony, our natural state. So there's nothing to fear, there's nothing to strive for, there's nothing to make happen. We simply be here now. And we align ourselves with this. We align ourselves with that which has been revealed here this day, bringing our consciousness into alignment, bringing our feeling into alignment, knowing that it is already done, knowing that it is already so, knowing that it is already made manifest. We simply give thanks for it all. We give thanks for life. We give thanks for love. We give thanks for peace and harmony and for the who of who we are. And we simply release this into the law, knowing that it is done, knowing that it is already fulfilled, knowing that Spirit already knows what we have need of, and it's Spirit's good pleasure to give it. We are open and receptive. We let it be, and so it is.